I belong to you.
Share this with you. In order to be a pro athlete, you know what I did? I studied pro athletes. I ate like them, I talked like them, I worked out like them.
I love
I
this.
did the things that I needed to do to be a pro
Yeah.
athlete. And the people that don't know what that is aren't willing to put in the work to know what it is to be anything in life. That's why I always say it's about the environment.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you come from, you can change the environment. And I always say this, I can tell you about who you are by the last 5 people that you text. So sometimes we have to lose some friends to be able to move forward, because that does psychologically shift the mind,
Yeah.
right? For you, it's inspirational notes that you leave to yourself. There's all kinds of different things that you can do. But I always say this, I tell people, I mentor people from pro athletes to business people, is find someone that you want to be like.
Yeah.
Right? You don't have to be them, but find the things that you like about them and study them and then do it.
I love that because
So that's important to me, and I still do it to this day. I am motivated by a 35-year-old former NFL player who's a trainer now. I like the way that he dresses. I like the way that things that he said. The other day, he had a testimony about making his bed. Like, if he doesn't make his bed, his day's not done, right? That starting off by making his bed is if everything went bad that day, at least you know he started, that bed was made and he started his day off right. So we can learn from people that honestly has nothing to do with age, demographic, race, creed, or religion. Find people that you care about or you want to be like and study their behavior and mimic it. And you can really achieve a lot without even knowing it, just by looking at the person that you choose to be like and studying their behavior and going after it.
I find this really interesting because I'm currently on prep for a bodybuilding show, and I've only done one ever, and it was 8 years ago. And what you're saying, I've known, but it's like I kind of just learned it. So my coach encouraged me before I committed by paying for this competition to look at pros in this sport that I'm about to do. He's like, you need to know what the pros look like. And it just had never crossed my mind to dive into it in that way. It was just kind of like, well, just tell me what the program is, tell me what the workouts are, tell me what the food is. No, research the winners, look at the winners, because that's where you need to be. You need to know your exact goal. And so I think that's really awesome because you can use it if you're trying to compete in some form, but then you can also use it as a form of inspiration for yourself, like someone to look up to, someone to use as a map, so to speak.
Yeah.
For your journey.
Most definitely. I think that's part of the whole process of achieving more is really looking at the people that have mastered it.
Yeah.
And they're right there. Right? That you don't have to, we have something called the internet. I don't know if you guys forgot about that. I think it came out in 1991. And you can Google and find people, because I'm motivated by people, right? Real human beings that actually walk and talk.
Same.
And have insecurities and are vulnerable and aren't great at everything. And I study their behavior. So, to what you said, the pros, right? In the NFL, we have something called 10,000 reps. Until you've done 10,000 reps, you're not a pro. They've done it 10,000 times. So when you put that work in, and you out there, you can start your rep today, right? Get 10 in. That means that you have, 9,090 left? We can always
do it.
Yeah, we can always start today, right? Yeah. And that's part of the motivation is like, I'm going to get started next week, right? I have a friend, his name is Spice Adams. He played for the Chicago Bears. And one of the things that he does on his social media is he had this thing, because he's a big guy, he's over 300 pounds. He says he'll go into the pantry bin and he'll be eating like Rice Krispie treats. And then he'll look at the thing and he goes, I'm going to start my diet tomorrow. Don't be that person.
No.
Start today.
Right now. You can make the choice right now. And that's, you can take things really step by step, minute to minute sometimes. Some days you don't have to, but some days that's all you have in yourself, right? Is that, okay, what can I do in this moment that I'm in right now to make the very best choice for myself? I see a McDonald's over here, and I see a Juice Land over here. Juice Land is healthy if you know anything about Juice Land. But I'm just saying you can have, it's that simple. That moment right there is a make or break moment, and I think a lot of people are just kind of on autopilot. They're just so used to going through McDonald's or whatever their food of choice or gas station of choice or just unhealthy choice is. They're just autopilot that they don't stop and make mindful decisions. We just make so many decisions without even thinking. Yeah. And it's crazy to me.
Yeah.
And but again, it's a practice. It's a hold on, pause. Is this going to help or hinder me? And that's something I stress to my clients. You have to ask that question. Right. If you have a serious goal, is this activity or is this food or is this party going to help or hinder me get closer
to what
I'm trying to achieve? Right. Are these the right people in my circle to get me to where I want to be? So it's all interconnected.
Well, yeah, most definitely. Well, I want to, honestly, me being new, this was a choice. My agent came to me and said, listen, I have a relationship with a great fitness company called SixPackAbs, and they're interested in talking to you. And so I can tell everyone out there that I made a choice. Beginning of the pandemic, right when we started to have these conversations, my birthday was March 15th and I turned 51.
Happy belated birthday.
Thank you. And through the 3 months of being isolated in New York City in a studio apartment, I was probably 228 pounds. And by using the product and using the platinum coaching and using the culture and the motivation of Six Pack Abs, I am 203 today.
Woo! Congratulations!
So that's something that I want to make sure that I talk about, because you're never too old and you're never too smart to be coached. You're never too old or never too smart to learn, and you're never too old or never too smart to be motivated. And Six Pack Abs has done that for me late in my life. And as much as I do know, I don't know it all. I can always learn from people, and I think people out there need to know that you can always learn from someone, learn from their perspective, why they do what they do, why they eat what they eat. And that's extremely important to me. I love the science of fitness. I love the culture of fitness, and I love the kindness of people. So if you can blend those two in a cup, there's a lot of things that you can do in life.
I love it.
So that's important to me.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I am just thrilled over this conversation. I think that hopefully you all out there have gained some ideas about how to stay motivated, how to find your motivation if that's something that you're struggling with, because it is challenging. And I love that Sean, you said coaches need coaches. I'm a coach. I have a coach. We all do need. We need to be constantly learning about health, fitness, and well-being in general for a successful life, and to find that ultimate goal that we all probably have, which is joy. But I just want to thank you so much for joining Six Pack Abs. We're stoked to get to work with you.
It's such a great company, and I think I always say this. As great as companies are, they're only as good as the people inside of them.
True that.
And so I think the people inside of Six Pack Abs and the science of what you guys do and the motivation that you've given me over the last 3 months has really changed my lens. And I'm someone that's already self-motivated, which goes back to what you said. We all need to be coached. Always. We all need to be motivated. And I always say this too. Check on your strong friends, because no one checks on them.
Yeah.
Right? Make sure that they're doing okay. And that's what you guys do. You guys check on one another here. So cheers.
Cheers. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. We are going to be back here at some point, sometime. If you need continual motivation from us here at Six Pack Abs, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you have questions, comments, or concerns, leave those in the comments box below. And share this with your loved ones, you guys. And don't forget to click that notification bell so that you can be informed when we have a new workout or discussion for you.